David Mura has contributed to the literary landscape of Minnesota and the nation for over 30 years through his organizing, mentorship, writing, and community activism. In the 1990s, along with other members of the Asian American community, David founded the Asian American Renaissance, an arts and cultural organization with an aim to unite those who identify as Asian, Asian American, and Middle Eastern through literature and art. This community organization was a gathering spot for dozens of activists and artists who he mentored and who went on to found their own organizations and participate in the Minnesota POC cultural scene until today. David's vision brought together a diaspora of local artists who had never gathered before and spawned more than 2 decades of creative output in theater, literature, and community arts activism. David's contributions to the Minnesota and the national literary scenes are unparalleled. He has been an important voice for all communities, and arguably, there are no writers of any color in Minnesota who have been untouched by David's work.
I have worked both as an artist and an arts administrator with many different individuals over the last 2 decades, and I have found that it is rare for an artist of David's standing and ability to be as firmly and wholly dedicated to community and building a better world as he is. At least 2 generations of Asian American artists owe an insurmountable debt to David, even if he has not helped us directly. What he did to change the scene, how he has spoken up even if it damaged his career opportunities, and how he continues to fight and work. This is an artist activist who does not compromise his art or his politics.
David Mura is one of the most courageous writers I know. For the past 30 years, David has been on a journey, a largely successful one I might add, to create a more humane life in this state for writers of color. From the founding of the Asian American Renaissance to his work teaching workshops at the Loft to writers of color, no one has devoted more time at such a high level to this literary community. To fully understand David's contribution to American literature and culture, it's important to put his writings into both a regional and national perspective. His essays on race have been and continue to be foundational as our culture continues to grapple with race, gender equality, and ethnicity. In this domain, David's work is not easy or safe to digest because his commitment to clarity and truth are sometimes surprisingly powerful. But his insight into the struggles of marginalized people is secondary to none.